Coach Gabby here with Eminent Health. The subject of this video is when fat is healthy. So this video is for the people that are on the Raw Till 4 lifestyle or 80-10-10 lifestyle and have been not seeing the results as fast as they want, and the fat's not coming off. So I have been seeing a lot of those posts on Facebook, and I decided to start making more videos about this subject and about eating disorders and things like that, since I have some years of experience on that. So why are we not losing the weight? And if you think, let me first say, even if you never suffered from bulimia or anorexia, you may be suffering from an eating disorder. If you're always so concerned about how you look, about the foods that you're eating, if that has too much fat or has too much carbs, or it has, like, if you're overly conscious about everything that you put in your mouth, I consider that an eating disorder, because you should just be happy about eating, you shouldn't have to think too much about everything that you're putting in your mouth. And if you do, if people are always thinking about not gaining the weight, that's an eating disorder to me. That's so I'm talking to those kind of people that are trying to, they're in a healthier lifestyle, they've been putting the effort, and they're still not seeing the weight come down, and sometimes they're even seeing the weight go up, which is my case. It's fluctuating. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't weighed myself in a little while, but I feel like I may be gaining weight, and then, depending on the clothes I'm wearing. So when is fat healthy? Think about, just answer these questions. Did you abuse fake sugars, sugar substitutes in your past, in your life? Did you count calories your whole life? Did you abuse laxatives? Did you feel guilty to eat anything in your past? Did you feel like you shouldn't have eaten and you beat yourself down? All of those things are not healthy. All those things, to me, are a sign that you have an eating disorder. And because we abused our body so much, now it turned into fat, because it doesn't know when we're going to abuse it again, when it's going to be the next time that we're going to deprive ourselves. So our bodies are intelligent. We need to trust our bodies. It's doing everything right. We were doing everything wrong. Our bodies are doing everything right now. So all the fat that we have, it's just our body trying to create this cushion of protection, because it doesn't know where we're going to abuse it again. Because it shouldn't be about beating yourself down when you're eating. It shouldn't be about gaining weight all the time. We should be eating to nourish ourselves. We should be eating, to please our body, to give all the nourishments that it needs, all the energy, all the fuel that it needs. So every time that we deprive ourselves of anything that we're eating, and if we do eat something we feel guilty for, even if it's healthy foods or junk foods, if we do that, guys, I'm sorry, I consider that an eating disorder. And I consider that an eating disorder because it doesn't have to do with you're going against your will. It doesn't mean that you don't have willpower. It has nothing to do with willpower. It has more to do with your brain chemistry not allowing you to do what you want. It's going against your will. Or it can also be because you're afraid to not fit in a group. So say you want to be very healthy, you're eating healthy, but at the time that you go to a party, they offer you a piece of cake, and you can't say no because you're afraid to be, talked down, or you're afraid to be made fun of. That's all the beginning of the eating disorder. That's how it starts. So that's why you have to be so careful. You need to be strong enough to say, no, thank you. I don't want this piece of cake. I'm in a healthy lifestyle right now. Nothing against you, but if you're not strong enough to speak out what we need and what our body needs, we have an eating disorder. We don't need to fit in every single situation. In the end of the day, and then after you go and you eat that piece of cake, you go home and you beat yourself down and you want to do bad things to yourself if you have a bad eating disorder, which was my case, when I was bulimic. You either end up doing that, or if you don't have if you don't have bulimia, then you just go home and keep beating yourself up, beating yourself down, and you'll go open your fridge and eat the rest of the stuff that's in your fridge just because you already failed in that one piece of cake. That's usually what happens. Because in the end of the day, what happens is you're by yourself. You went to the party, somebody's like, come on, have a piece of cake, just one piece of cake, it's not going to blow your diet, or blah, blah, blah. And then you go and do something against your will because your mind is crooked, because you have that eating problem. You just can't say no. And you go and you have it, and you enjoy it at the time, like, oh my God, it feels so good to eat, because you have been depriving yourself of something sweet, and that's why fruits are so important. But this is not the subject for today. And so you end up eating that piece of cake and enjoying that piece of cake. Then you go home and you resent yourself. You feel like you failed. You feel like you failed your diet. So, that's not healthy either. And because you end up doing something for somebody else, and at the end of the day, you're the one facing yourself, your own feelings. So is it worth it? No, it's not worth it, guys. And that's different than somebody that, is eating a healthy lifestyle, goes to a party, somebody offers them a piece of cake. They know they're going to eat that piece of cake. They make a conscious decision. That's okay. I'll just eat that piece of cake, and whatever. And then they get on with their lives. But people that have an eating disorder, they're going to be thinking about that piece of cake until they go to bed. That's the biggest difference right there. And only you watching this video know if you are one of those people or not. So, with that being said, let me just go straight to the subject. When is fat healthy? Like, man, I'm going to show you my belly, and I'm going to be very vulnerable right now. I was actually thinking if I should do that or not. And I decided, who cares? Who cares? I really don't care. That's not true. I care, and I'm just like you guys. I am trying to lose the weight. I've been trying, and I haven't yet. But instead of looking at myself in the mirror and hating everything that I see, I'm trying. That's how I was able to heal my eating disorder. I'm thinking with my head instead of my body right now. So when I think with my head, I see, okay, my body is a reflection of my past. My body is my past. My mind is my future. So that's why it gets so confusing. And this is how I actually was able to heal my eating disorder, and I can talk about it in another video if you guys are interested. So when I look at myself in the mirror today, or I'm going to show it to you, everything that you see is the reflection of my abuse. It's the reflection of my bulimia, of my anorexia, of the laxatives, and depriving myself and going against my will and beating myself down. So now, my present, which is my mindset is like, I'm being healthy, I'm eating, I'm doing everything possibly that I can think that is right for my body. I'm exercising every day for at least 30 minutes, going for runs or playing volleyball. I'm having fun with my life while I'm on this healthy lifestyle, only eating plant-based foods. That's my future. So I'm projecting what I'm doing, what I'm thinking right now. I'm projecting my future, and what I look in the mirror is just my past. So we have to disconnect those two things, otherwise we make ourselves crazy. So let me show you my body so you can understand my past, because I've been on this lifestyle. I healed from my eating disorders a year ago. So this is not my heaviest, what you're gonna see now. I actually was 10 pounds heavier, I think, because I don't know how much I weigh now, but I was 10 pounds heavier last year after I recovered. I gained about 30 pounds altogether. So now I'm 20 pounds of what I think is overweight, but I'm healthy. And this fat here is okay because it's my past and I'm gonna get over it, if I just give it time and I keep the consistency of the things that I'm doing and how I'm thinking and keeping a positive outlook in life. I know this is just gonna melt away, and this is what's keeping me moving forward. So let me show you my belly. So in the past, I'll look at myself in the mirror. I'll look at myself in the mirror, like come out of the shower or something. I'll just go look at myself in the mirror there. And I'll be like, oh my God, I'm like a fat pig, or poor little pigs. I love the pigs now because I don't eat them anymore. But I'll look at myself and be like, oh my gosh, I'm the fattest person on earth. I don't even want to go to the beach. And why would I think that, guys? Because I'm not used to seeing my belly like this. If you have an eating disorder, you deprive yourself of so much and you're really skinny. But were you healthy? Do you think you were healthier before? Like really think with your mind. Forget about your body. Were you healthy? Were you happy in life? I wasn't. I know I wasn't. I know everything I would put in my mouth. I knew the calories. I needed to know if there was a bathroom close by. That was not healthy. So now I look at myself in the mirror, and the way I looked before, I was like, oh my God, I'm just so fat. I used to be so skinny. So thinking with my head of the past, we have to think with our heads today. What am I doing? This is what you think. When you look at yourself and you see you still have extra weight, you say to yourself, hey, am I doing the things that will keep me this way? Or am I doing things that will take this off, melt this off? And when I answer this question, yes, I'm doing things to melt this off. So forget about how I look. Eventually, it's going to catch up and all this is going to go away. There's no other way. It's impossible. Sorry, that's my phone. Probably telemarketers. So guys, when I look at myself now, I actually feel self-compassion. And that's such a strong feeling because my body's telling me my past. And I look at myself and I go, okay, that's all my fat right there I gotta lose. Look at that. Blah, blah. But looking at all of that, guys, I didn't know better. I didn't know any better. I was healing all of that deprivation and harsh words that I said to myself over the 16 years of my life. They also catch up with your mind. They catch up with you and you become depressed. So you have to really look at yourself now in the mirror with self-compassion, because you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for everything that you went through, for everything that you did to yourself. You gotta forgive yourself and love yourself now. Forget about how you look in the mirror. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you're doing with the Raw Till 4 or with the 80-10-10. Just keep going forward. Think with your mind instead of with your body. Okay? If you like this video, if you want to share anything with me, just write some comments below and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.